Good morning. This is Rashad. Glad you come to you live from the YouTube channel. I continue my part series, the week that was college football season review, the 1980 college football season for October 18th, 1980. This is week number 7 already. Let's get into it, man. We got Penn State, number 12 team in the country. They beat Syracuse 24-7. Quarterback Todd Rutledge up his record as Penn State started to 8-0. Excuse me. They're like 3-0 instead of 8-0. Like 3-0, sparking offense that gained 308 yards. The Lions tailback Kurt Warner scored game's opening 2 touchdowns, runs of 3 yards and 6 yards, and Blackledge hit wide receiver Kenny Jackson for a 13-yard touchdown to close scoring. Syracuse was hard-pressed to stay in game without injured tailback Joe Morris. Leading rusher in his absence was fullback Ken Matterville with 57 yards, while linebacker Mike Zunick scored team's touchdown on 11-yard interception return. Penn State defensive end Gene Gladys led defense with 5 tackles and 2 sacks. Pittsburgh, the number 11 team in the country, beat West Virginia 42-14. Former starting Pittsburgh quarterback Rick Trocano moved from safety in relief of injured quarterback Dan Marino to lead 28 quick points in the second quarter. Trocano's tossed touchdown pass of 53 yards to wide receiver Dwight Collins and 25 yards to wide receiver Willie Collier, while fullback Randy McMillan scored twice on 1-yard runs. It was 5th straight series win for Panthers, most since 1946. Pittsburgh defense forced 4 turnovers, clamped down on West Virginia tailback Robert Alexander, and put constant pressure on quarterback Oliver Luck, who still was able to pitch 2 touchdowns to wide receiver Cedric Thomas. Next, Mississippi State upset numbers 18 Miami 34-31 as the Hurricanes' improved defense surprisingly was ripped asunder as Mississippi State racked up 404 yards, 339 yards of which came on the ground. Maroons freshman quarterback John Bond rushed for 92 yards and sharply directed the offense. Miami mounted rally from 24-10 deficit to knock game up at 31-31 as halfback Mark Rush took kickoff 92 yards for tying touchdown. Kicker Dana Moore's 37-yard field goal gave both Dogs renewed lead at 34-31, but Miami raced down to Mississippi State 3-yard line. Trio Kings plays produced minus 2 yards, and kicker Jeff Davis missed 22 yards field goal. We gave it away early. We tried to recapture it, but then we were not men enough to take it, said Miami coach Howard Snellenberger. Alabama, number 1 team in the country, shut out Tennessee 27-0. Volunteers were fired up to break 9-game series loser streak, while receiver Anthony Hancock nearly hauled long pass to end zone by quarterback Steve Alatorre. In early moments, it was all downhill from there as Alabama defense added own thunder to drive rain, holding Tennessee to 5 first downs and only 59 yards total offense and posting 3rd shutout of the season. Crimson Tide surprised to showing jazzed up offense with shotgun formation, halfback pass, and flea flicker pass. Bama kicker Peter Kim wooded 4 field goals. Quarterback Ken Coley, tailback Major Ogilvy added 2 touchdown runs to lead Tide the 27th consecutive win. Volunteers finished first half with minus 2 yards, but had ball 3 times in Bama territory in the 3rd quarter. Alabama defense turned back 2 of those drives with interceptions by linebacker Mike Pitts and defensive back Ricky Tucker. Defensive back Jeremiah Castillo ended 3rd with blocked field goal. Ohio State Buckeyes, number 9 team in the country, beat Indiana 27-17. Tailback Calvin Murray was too much for the Hoosiers, who dropped 17th straight in one-sided series. Murray ran for 224 yards on 35 carries and 2 touchdowns, with 149 yards coming in the first half as Buckeyes built a 17-10 lead. Meanwhile, Indiana found second half penetration of Ohio State defense difficult, gaining but 5 yards and making no first downs in 3rd quarter. But Hoosiers tailback Mike Hawk Raider had 117 yards and 18 carries, became school's all-time leading rusher and 7th player in conference history to crack 3,000 yards mark. Ohio State kicker Vladi Janakiski booted 2 field goals but missed 39-yard attempt. 39-yard field goal attempt that snapped his consecutive streak at 12. Next, we got Iowa beat Northwestern 25-3. Kansas beat Iowa State 28-17. Iowa State was ranked number 19 in the country as Kansas upset Iowa State, the number 19 team in the country, 28-17. Teenagers ruined unbeaten Cyclones as Kansas freshman tailback Corinne Bell had touchdown each of rushing and receiving. Classmate quarterback Frank Sewer came off bench to throw an important touchdown pass that cut Iowa State lead to 17-14 in third quarter. Meanwhile, the Jayhawks went ahead after recovered fumble by Iowa State quarterback John Quinn, moving the ball 37 yards before Bell's 1-yard touchdown run. The Cyclones tailback Dwayne Crutchfield rushed for 117 yards and 3-yard touchdown. Kansas later forfeited victory for using ineligible players. Next, Oregon played to a tie against number 2 Southern California, 7-7. Despite losing fumble on Southern California 14-yard line at the end of the first half, the Ducks did not become disheartened because tying Trojans on 3-yard touchdown run by fullback Terrence Jones in third quarter. Backup quarterback Kevin Luss, 68-yard completion to wide receiver Greg Moser put Ducks in scoring position. Trojans had scored a touchdown on brilliant catch by wide receiver Jeff Simmons of quarterback Gordon Adams' 38-yard pass. Simmons was parallel to the ground as he caught ball before sliding out of corner of end zone. So following interception, that was late interception by Trojans defensive back Ronnie Lott, was burned on Moser's long reception. Southern California had final chance for win. After reaching Oregon's 30-yard line, personal foul penalty wiped out USC's advance. Southern California tailback Marcus Allen ran for 159 yards but lost fumble on Oregon 24-yard line in the first quarter and was stopped on 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter. And finally, we got the Stanford, number 20 team in the country, lost to Washington 27-24. Let's get into it. Game was won by a 25-yard field goal by Washington kicker Chuck Nelson. Moments after the Cardinals kicker Ken Neighbors tying 26-yard field goal, quarterback Tom Flick completed 6 of 7 passes to drive Huskies 72 yards for winning points. Washington had built a 13-0 lead. Washington built a 13-0 lead as Flick hooked up with wide receiver Aaron Williams for touchdown passes of 41 yards and 28 yards. Then stretched this lead to 24-7 before Stanford had been able to rally. Stanford had to rally, and they did rally from a 24-7 deficit. Quarterback John Elway, who had run for Cardinals opening touchdown through 42-yard touchdown pass to halfback Darren Nelson, 13-yard touchdown to halfback Vincent White. So that concludes a look at Week 7, the games that were played on October 18, 1980. Week 7, college football history and review, the 1980 college football season. Let's look at the AP poll as of October 20th. Number 20 was Southern Mississippi. Number 19, Brigham Young. 18, Washington. 17, Oklahoma. 16, Missouri. 15, Arkansas. 14, South Carolina. 13, Penn State. 12, Pittsburgh. 11, Baylor. Number 10, Ohio State. 9, Nebraska. 8, Southern California. 7, North Carolina. 6, Florida State. The top 5 round out is this. Number 5, Georgia. 4 was Notre Dame. 3, UCLA. Texas, 2. And number 1, Alabama. So that concludes a look at college football history review of the 1980 college football season, Week 7. The games are played on October 18th, 1980. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Do videos magnitude tomorrow. Until then, talk to you soon.